Ras Kwame with the Reggae Recipe on Capital XTRA in the presence of greatness again right now, people. And I just played you a big tune, a very heavy tune, actually. Real throwback classic, courtesy of Protégé, that features my guest that now joins us in conversation. It's all about the mighty Mortimer in the place up right now. How you doing, my general?
I'm good, thanks. Give thanks for having me.
Many international festivals over the last 2 years. And here in the UK for the start of a 15-day European tour.
Yeah.
That's a big look. Exciting career times for you, right?
Yeah, it is grateful, you know?
Yeah,
definitely.
So how long have you actually been active as an artist?
As an artist, well, from around about them time, from like 2012, thereabout, yeah.
Okay.
From about them time, yeah. But things got more serious probably like the last 8 years, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And you journeyed into things?
You know, that's pretty much, I've been trying to tap into myself from ever since, be as true to myself as I possibly can, encourage myself as much as I possibly can, you know, with the hope that I will always encourage others, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, that's been the aim, to share love, you know?
So how does it feel right now? You feeling like a successful artist? Is everything going your way as you visualized?
Well, from I wake up, I feel successful, you know? You know what I mean? Because,
True.
Yeah, life is the greatest gift of all, you know what I mean? And music is one of those things that I'd be doing with or without recognition.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel successful overall, even off this. You know, but it's good to be here. I
That
tell you
is
no
it.
lies, definitely. And I'm definitely proud of myself for how far I've come, you know what I mean, just professionally speaking.
Right, so your debut EP, Fight the Fight, is an excellent body of work. Congratulations to you on that. Misery has found a resting place in the hearts and souls of mankind. Woyo. Tell us a little bit more about that, please.
The song is really born from just the observation of what's going on around us. You know what I mean? It's what I see, it's what I feel, the tension in the air, the injustice, the inequality. You know, all things that have been spoken about and been fought for over the years, and the fight still continues, you know.
So the great producer Winter James, like I say, legend in reggae music, production, hits from the likes of Protégé, Chronics, Busy Signal, Marsha Griffiths, and so many going back into time. He's like a mentor to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's he like to work with in the studio?
Very meticulous kind of individual, you know what I mean? Which I can respect because he has a lot of respect for the music overall. And I think between the both of us, we have a lot to say. Sometimes not to each other necessarily, but on canvas, you know what I mean? So it's good. We understand each other in that way, in making music together. I mean, obviously our relationship span beyond that with brothers and things, but in the studio especially, it's a joy to work with Winter, you know what I mean? He has taught me a lot musically, you know what I mean? And one of the things that's key to me in making music is the freedom to express myself the way I want to express myself. And I get that being around Winter. And Superman, to big up yourself, same way. Boxy from the beginning of times, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I get that the freedom is what I appreciate most, being around him. And he pushes me to out of the comfort zone. Cause, you know, sometimes you probably do something and you feel like you're right and thing, but he's always there to say, no, man, go again, or go a little deeper, or, you know what I mean, whatever. So I respect that about him for sure.
Okay. And yourself, Mortimer, what are you like to work in the studio? Are you someone who's very precious with their craft and likes to do...
Well, yeah. And I produce as well, too. So, like, a lot of our ideas, you know, like, I start them from home, and then we'll bring them into the studio. And when we, you know, we listen to them together, and then we work on them together from there.
And safe to say that Mortimer's got soul. Mortimer, as much as you do the roots reggae sound, we also hear the R&B or soul influence to what you do as well.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Is that just a natural love of music?
Yeah, I listen to all kinds of music, you know what I mean? And then I grew up, my mom played a lot of music, you know, when I was a child growing up. You know, when she started clean or just doing our you know, housely vibes, you know, upon a weekend time, Saturday, Sunday. You know what I mean? A lot of cylinder and a lot of jagged edge, a lot of boys to men, a lot of, you know the Caribbean household R&B playlist, you see me? So we grew up with that, and I started to love them myself too. I myself love jagged edge, you know what I mean? You know, quite a few people from that era, like Mary J. Blige and all them people there. Then coming up when I was older, like the Ne-Yos and the thing, you know what I mean? You know, I even tried to sound like Ne-Yo one at the time. I can remember ball off my head, shine up my body. Them time my slim and oil on my abs and them thing.
Really?
Oil up my foot and slide on the ground and I dance and all kind of thing.
A little 6-pack and fling off the hat and all these things. You know? Wow. I can imagine that. Everybody got to start and progress into the thing somehow. Yeah, so Samory, History of Violence, big tune on his album.
Yeah.
How do you guys connect? Was that like a link up in the studio thing, or did you know from previous times? Or?
Yeah, well, for the most part, we're in the studio together. We worked on our albums simultaneously. Like, you know, like one night he's there, the next night I'm there, you know what I mean? So we buck up in each other a lot, you know? And so we kind of got to witness the process of the making of each other's albums. It was just, you know, right space, right time. You know, Samory will tell you that rhythm never even belonged to us in the first place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but...
Whose rhythm was that then?
Yeah, I don't know who it was for, but it wasn't for us.
Somebody
you know
lose a rhythm.
Somebody...
Winter Wagwan. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, we came together on that idea, and I think it's a lovely idea. I think it's a good perspective. You know, a lot of times I think we get caught up in blaming and trouncing and judging. You know what I mean? But sometimes if you really know a man's situation, and let me just be clear, not that a man's situation gives him an excuse to behave a certain way, but it gives reason. You know what I mean? So if you listen with understanding, you know what I mean, then words like empathy start coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Words like sympathy start coming up. Words like understanding start coming up, you know what I mean? It's human nature at the end of the day.
So in your own words, you say anything you write is real to you. You don't write for writing's sake. Where anything you write, it actually so it got. And you won't make up things as you go along. In that context, and before we play it, talk to us about your song, Be Careful.
No, that's a long story. That can't fit on your say, you know, Ras Kwame.
Give us a shorter version, because the words of the song version are powerful, which people are about to hear. And I was like, wow, of all of the little friend argument song them, this is one of the greatest of all time.
Short story is along the way I have been wronged by many people I thought were family. I've learned the harsh lesson that I'll have to choose my own family, and it's not necessarily who was born to me or who I was born to that's family. It's not necessarily the friends who you hang out with every day. And then anybody can do anything to you regardless of the relation to you. Even your best friend. You know, I had to learn that the hard way. You know what I mean? I've been in very terrible situations. And when I wrote Careful, it was one of those times when I was very angry about some of the situations that I found myself in.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was very, very, very angry at that time. You know, and I just used it as an outlet rather than to go do some stupidness and get myself in problem or something, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that was Careful. And I just wanted everybody to know that I'm not saying to be paranoid. All the things that people can do to you and just how mankind is, it's easy to be paranoid, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, paranoia doesn't make space for love, for letting go, you know what I mean? It doesn't make space for vulnerability either, you know what I mean? Because when you're paranoid, there's a stone wall there, you know what I mean? So I'd say try to be careful, but not so careful that you close yourself off from humanity.
True.
But one of the things I want to do before I leave the show too is I want to thank everybody who has been rocking with me so far, rocking with the music that we make. Enough love to Winter, Claire Usman. Big up yourself, you see me? Always, always, always. And all my fellow artists, you know what I mean? The Leelas and the Proteges and the Ras Is and the Samory Is and everybody. Thanks for making music that matter. You know what I mean? In this day and age, we need music that matters, that speak to the heart and soul. You know what I mean? There's a time and a place for everything, and I feel like the time is now for music that speaks to the heart.
Right.
So, enough love to everybody, seen?
That is it with Sam. We set overstand. So let's get into a big tune right now. Sounds of my special guest in conversation, and one that's forthcoming from the forthcoming album From Within. This one's called Slowly on the Reggae Recipe on Capital XTRA. Turn us up.
Give thanks.